the World Cup qualifying campaign is starting to crank up a notch. Is the nations that you're looking out for edging closer to Qatar, or are they edging out? We'll take a little look at that and more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. We're looking forward to match number 3 over in the World Cup qualifying campaign out in Africa, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you do, where you been, smash your subscribe and get your bang up today with all things World Cup qualifying related, Bab and Rose related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. And Warruski, of course, the World Cup qualifying campaign has got still a lot to take place over in Africa. But of course, in the meantime, we're taking a look at the latest round of matches over in the respective groups to see who is edging closer to Qatar 2022. But of course, before that, big shout out to my VIPs. A big shout out to you guys. Of course, kudos for becoming the latest members of the Brothers from Another Mother. Of course, if you want to become the latest member of the Patreon gang, check out the links down below, patreon.com/Rosies. But anyway, I'm a little bit confused. I'm a little bit all over the place here with the World Cup for Africa. But we're going to hopefully get it right this time around. So let's bring you bang up to date with, of course, I think it was match day number 2.1. Hopefully, we'll see. I don't think they're going to be in the right order, but we're going to be covering match day number 2.1. Or recapping it over 2 videos. So here we go. Let's bring you bang up to date with, of course, the games that took place way back in September. Djibouti against Niger ended up as a 1-0 win for Niger. Of course, they've got themselves in consideration now for maybe challenging for the top 2 spots on this one. I think only the top spot is up for grabs, really. Liberia against Central African Republic was a 1-0 win for Liberia. Went with the same way myself. Ivory Coast against Cameroon was a 2-1 win for Ivory Coast. I went with a draw myself. That's an interesting group in Group D. Of course, 2 big boys on that one. Of course, one of them will be unfortunate. Kicking on forward, Uganda against Mali was a 0-0 draw in the end. Guinea against Morocco was postponed. They're going to have to redo that one. I think that's coming up this week, match week, so we'll see about that. Benin against Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, was a 1-1 draw there. Rwanda picked up a draw against Kenya, 1-1 in the end. Called it, boys, called it. Meanwhile, Gabon and Egypt also ended up as a 1-1 draw as well. Ethiopia against Zimbabwe was the 1-1 win for Ethiopia, and of course, it cost the Zimbabwe coach his job, that result, as of course they're pretty much already out at this stage. South Africa against Ghana, another big game there. South Africa picked up a 1-0 win over Ghana, and Togo against Namibia, and my boy Nyambe's Namibia with a 1-0 win in the end. Alrighty, folks, that's just of course my picks. Let's take a look at how you guys got in the prediction league. Here it comes at you. This is for this week and this week alone. The king pick was A. Judy and Karmagucking up there in top honours. But what about the grand scheme of things for Africa? This is the prediction league as it stands at the moment. It is James BCFC up there alongside A. Judy, Hansworth and Ivan Stringer with 17 points on the board so far, of course. But that doesn't include match number 2, part 2, which of course we'll be covering in another video. But that's of course the situation right here, right now. Let's kick it on, take a look at the groups then, shall we? After 2 games, Algeria and Burkina Faso duking it out over in Group A. Tunisia running away with it in Group B. In Group C, it's Nigeria's to lose right now. 2 wins out of 2 for them. Ivory Coast duking it out at the moment with Cameroon for top honours. Malawi also in the outside shout as well. Mali edging out Kenya at the moment in Group E. Libya, a 100% success rate so far in Group F. Egypt got it all to do, as long as Gabon as well. Into G, South Africa, they're in charge over Ghana. Senegal in charge over Namibia as well in Group H. And in Group I, it's Guinea-Bissau, just edging Morocco. Of course, they've only played that 1 game. And Tanzania, and in charge over Benin and the Democratic Republic of Congo in Group J. That could all change, of course, heading into the next round of matches, of course, and they are coming at you right here, right now. So we're going to start right here, right now. Jump in the deep end. I've got no odds. It is just a little bit of a recap of their form, recent encounters, that sort of stuff. So let's get into it. Take a look at Sudan up against Guinea. Now this match will take place on October the 6th, so it's of course coming at you very, very fast. Of course, played each other just the 1 time. That was in 2018. It was a 2-1 win for Sudan back in the African Nations Championship in Group A. Of course, coming into Sudan, just 1 win in 4 for them. Meanwhile, Guinea coming to just 1 defeat the past 4 for them as well. Both coming to 50% form, edging it slightly would be Guinea on this one, recent form. Of course, their recent match was against Guinea-Bissau. They picked up a 1-1 draw. Meanwhile, Sudan's recent match was against Guinea-Bissau as well, and that was a 4-2 loss on this one. Got no odds, of course. It's just a bit of a gut feeling, but my gut feeling is going to give it to Guinea to get at least a point out of this one, 1-1 in the end. Kicking on forward, also around about the same match day will be Morocco. They're going to be taking on Guinea-Bissau, of course. Is that the missing game, of course? This match up takes place on October the 6th as well. Never played each other. This will be the first time, of course. Guinea-Bissau come into this 58% form, unbeaten in the last 4, picking up 3 wins and a draw to boot. Meanwhile, Morocco come into this 92% form, just one blip in the resume. That was a draw way back when the rest have been 5 wins out of 6. Excuse me. That one draw was a draw against Mauritania back in March. But they're coming to this on the back of a win over Sudan. They've actually gone one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 games without conceding a goal. It goes back 7 games without conceding a goal. That's Morocco. As for Guinea-Bissau, they came to this on the back of that win over Sudan, 4-2 win in the end. Morocco should be 100% favourites on this one, of course, and this could springboard with them to the top of their table on this one over Guinea-Bissau. So I'm going to go with a win for Morocco, 2-1 win, conceding a goal, unfortunately, but just enough for them to go top honours on that one. Next up, of course, we have Equatorial Guinea. There's a lot of Guineas knocking around. Of course, these two sides be locking on October the 7th. They played each other just the one time since 2012. It was an African Cup of Nations Group A. That was back in January 2012. It was a 1-0 win for Zambia on this one. Zambia coming to just one blip in their resume in the last 4. Of course, it was a defeat previously. They were unbeaten in 3. As for Equatorial Guinea, just 1 win in 3 games for them. 67% form over the grand scheme of things over the last 6. Equatorial Guinea picked up a win against Madagascar last round. That was back, of course, in September. Zambia picked up a loss against Tunisia last round. Of course, this is over in Group B, the World Cup qualifying campaign on this one. I think it's going to be a win for nobody. 0-0 draw in the end. And I think out of that one, you would say, who's advantage on that one? I can't really tell. I'm trying to find which respective group that is in. I think they're up at the top end here, aren't they? It'd be advantage Tunisia on that one, even though they're not playing. They're playing the next one, of course, as those two sides cancel each other out. Next, of course, we do have Tunisia, who, of course, are your 100% favourites for this group. They're going to be taking on Madagascar, of course, over on October the 7th as well. They played the 5 times in 2015, 3 wins for Tunisia, nothing for Madagascar, 2 draws, of course. Just the biggest win for Tunisia, just 1-0 win. They came into this just 1 defeat in the past 6 games, of course, 83% form. Meanwhile, back-to-back defeats for Madagascar have them struggling. Last time they played each other in Tunisia was a friendly. It was back in September 2019. It was a 1-0 win. In fact, 1, 2, 3 games, the last 3 games between Tunisia and Madagascar have ended up a clean sheet for Tunisia, of course, and they'll fancy the chances to do just that. Speaking of Tunisia, they came to this on the back of 1, 2, 3 wins on the bounce, and of course not conceding a goal in the last 3 games as well. Madagascar comes to the back of that loss against Equatorial Guinea back in September on this one. Of course, you would fancy Tunisia on this one. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win to take to the house, and of course keep on believing and keep on dreaming for Qatar 2022. Liberia will take on Cape Verde. That's right, same match day as well on October the 7th. These two sides, according to my eyes, have played each other 0 times. It was the first time that have locked horns in recent times anyway. Of course, Liberia come to this just 1 win in 6. Meanwhile, Cape Verde come to this without a win in 3. 50% form for them over the grand scheme of things of the last 6. Cape Verde did lose to Nigeria last round back in September. Liberia picked up a win against Central African Republic. That was back in September as well. Of course, coming into this one, they'll be fancying their chances at both of the two sides, but I'm going to give it to Liberia with a 1-0 win over in Group C. Kicking off forward is Nigeria up against the Central African Republic. Of course, advantage Nigeria at the moment. 2 wins from 2. Will they make it 3 wins and 3? Probably. But of course, we'll break it down right here, right now. Play each other according to my eyes. 0 times will be the first time they've locked horns in recent years. Of course, Nigeria back-to-back wins for them, 58% form. Meanwhile, Central African Republic come to us without a win in 6. Of course, Nigeria picked up a win against Cape Verde last round back in September. Meanwhile, Central African Republic did lose to Liberia last round over in Group C. I do anticipate another win for Nigeria on this one, with, of course, the form and, of course, the wing beneath their wings, of course, and they will soar like eagles, super eagles, to the top of the table over in Group C. That's right. Next, of course, Rwanda up against Uganda. That's right. This is over in what group match? We'll take a look at the group in a second. But Rwanda up against Uganda over in Rwanda, over in, of course, Group E. Of course, played each other 1 time since 2021. Of course, it was the match back in January 2021, African Cup of Nations Championship Group C. It was a 0-0 draw. Of course, coming into this one, Rwanda just 1 defeat in the past 4 games. Meanwhile, Uganda without a win in 6 at the very least. Of course, coming into this one, last round, Rwanda picked up a draw against Kenya. Uganda picked up a draw against Mali. You probably fancy Uganda with that strong result against Mali. Kenya not so much on this one. Over in Group E, what are we looking at? Of course, Rwanda got it all to do. Bottom of the pops on the moment. Uganda, a win for them. For the moment, could put them top of the pops. Of course, well, we're rating the result on the Mali result here against Kenya. But, of course, got to go with a 0-0 draw, which will mean advantage again, Mali on this one. Next, of course, my boys, Kenya. That's my brothers from another mothers. Kenya up against Mali. I don't think they're going to win this one, unfortunately. Of course, Mali, the superior nation at the moment. Anyway, heading into one over in Group E, they played each other just 1 time. It was 2004. Of course, it was a 3-1 win for Mali back in the African Cup of Nations. Of course, heading into this one, Mali just 1 win in 4 though for them. Meanwhile, Kenya unbeaten in the last 6, 75% form, picking up 3 wins and 3 draws to boot. Of course, coming into this one, they did draw against Rwanda. Meanwhile, Mali picked up a draw against Uganda last round. That was back in September on this one. Mali are your stronger nation on this one. Ultimately, I think they will beat Kenya despite the form. I've gone with a 2-1 win for Mali on this one. Again, got no odds to confirm that or back that up, but I'm going to go with Mali in the end. Kicking off forward, we have Tanzania up against Benin. That's right. Of course, what group is that one? That is over. We'll see. It's in Group J, I believe. Anyway, these two sides, according to my eyes. Where are you? Tanzania up against Benin. Of course, locking horns for the 3rd time since 2014. It's been 1 win for Tanzania, nothing for Benin, and 1 draw. Biggest win, the only win for Tanzania, was a 4-1 win. Meanwhile, of course, they come into unbeaten in the last 4, picking up 3 wins and a draw to boot. Meanwhile, Benin, just 1 win in 6. Of course, coming into this Benin, last time played in Tanzania was a 4-1 win back in 2014. Tanzania picked up a win against Madagascar, 3-2 win last round. Meanwhile, Benin picked up a draw against Congo, the Democratic Republic of last round. Tanzania came to us top of the pops at the moment. Benin are in 2nd spot. I've gone with a 1-winning win for Benin on this one, which of course goes against the grain a little bit, but I go with my gut on that one to see if they can get the W. And then, of course, finally, the Democratic Republic of Congo taking on Madagascar. Same group, of course. Congo unbeaten so far, back-to-back draws. Meanwhile, Madagascar coming to this bottom of the pops, back-to-back defeats. So they'll be locking horns also on the same match day as well. These two sides played each other 3 times in 2015. 2 wins for the Democratic Republic of Congo, just 1 win for Madagascar. The Democratic Republic of Congo coming to just 1 defeat past 4. Madagascar coming to unbeaten or without a win, in the last 6. Last time they played each other in Congo, also 2-1 win. That's back in the 2015. They did play each other in the African Cup of Nations knockout stages. It was back in 2019. It was a 4-2 win for Madagascar in Madagascar or wherever that was. The Democratic Republic of Congo picked up a draw against Benin last round. Madagascar did lose to Tanzania last round. Tight one, this one. Going to go there, win the hosts on this one, a 1-0 win. And of course, put Madagascar in a bit of trouble in the end. And that's my picks for this match day. Of course, be sure to get your picks in as well using the code. It is Cutley/WC22 Africa, boys and girls. That's, of course, will be the static link for this one. So anything related with World Cup qualifying in Africa, that's the one to use as well. Of course, it's getting confusing a little bit, keeping up to date with it, of course. But will any of those nations edge closer to Qatar 2022 with the W? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. And also get your picks in as well using the code. Until then, give us a love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course on Patreon as well. If you want to support the channel in another way, that's the best place to do it. Until then, we're out.